I got back from this Vegas trip. I'm really sick. I've got this crazy cold, so my voice doesn't sound quite the normal Nathan sound. Hey, good morning. It is like 8-ish a.m. in Las Vegas, day 2 of the meetup. Yesterday we really just kind of hung out. We all got in late-ish in the afternoon and just went to dinner and saw Love and had a drink. Things are going okay. We're all melting down. Lynette is not feeling the greatest, coughing all night. I'm having some I've had this before, so I'm not totally freaking out. My eye is starting to close right here and get puffy. I'm having an alert. I get these skin allergies, and sometimes I get in my eye and it closes. So I'm melting down here too. This hotel too, it's okay. I'm kind of an interesting story. We're at the hotel where there's the real world suite, and we also have separate rooms that we got, so we didn't have to all sleep together in this real world suite. The trouble is this hotel's kind of no toilet paper. I don't know how we're gonna have to call, but there's no phone to call anyone down there. You have to look up their number and call somebody. Yeah, it's like that. If you haven't been to Vegas, Vegas is 2 interesting sections. There's the Strip, which isn't downtown, but that's the main kind of where all the action is. If people visit Vegas, they usually stay on the Strip. There's where you have all those very famous casinos like Caesars and the Wynn and the Bellagio, and you name it, that's where the Strip is. The downtown is old Vegas. That's where kind of Vegas got its start. Things like Binion's and Four Queens, and the Golden Nugget is down there. The thing with downtown though is there's a strip called Fremont, and that's kind of where all the excitement is of downtown Vegas, and the smaller casinos compared to the Strip. 6 years ago, though, if you would have visited downtown, there was a street that you wouldn't wanted to have crossed. You kind of went outside this, what they call the Fremont experience, which is like a dome of a lot of flashing lights, and you wouldn't want to cross over into the other land. The other land was a lot of kind of derelict motels and pawn shops, and it felt unsafe to go over there. We're going on a Zappos tour. We're waiting for Allison. Just a few of us are going on the Zappos tour, a few of us are staying. Chris tried to get us fancy coffees. The coffee place was closed, so we got coffees here, which is fine. 5-6 years ago, however, Tony Hsieh moved Zappos to downtown Las Vegas. They took over the City Hall of downtown Las Vegas. They used to be in Henderson, Nevada. They wanted to move to Las Vegas. And as part of that, he sunk all this money into downtown Vegas to try and revitalize it, to try and turn it into something that wasn't as maybe crime-infested, drug-infested. He thought he could transform the city. Recently, however, press has gotten kind of negative on this. There was a lot of interest early on about the downtown project, but since then, it's been about 5 years, so what's been the return on investment? There has been some key projects that have failed. There's been some startups and new businesses that have shut down, things like their car project. They had a car sharing project that shut down. They had a medical clinic that has shut down. It hasn't been all roses. And so there's been some negative kind of stuff talked about the downtown project recently. So much so that when we did this project, I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous that this is something I actually visited a few years ago. Tony Hsieh was trying to convince entrepreneurs and people doing new projects to, hey, move downtown, move your business to downtown Las Vegas. It's a really neat place. It could be a startup hub. We're organizing this community of really, interesting thinkers, and we'd love you to be a part of it. And I considered it, except my wife was pregnant, and moving our new family to this place that seemed very kind of experimental made me a little nervous. And so reading some of the negative press, I was actually kind of nervous bringing our company retreat there. Would this downtown Vegas be an interesting place for a meetup, especially if maybe things aren't going as well as they may have been a few years ago or that were intended? There was an article I read about Bill Nye actually coming back from Vegas in the United Hemispheres magazine. And the United reporter asked Bill Nye the science guy, Bill Nye being famous for kind of hosting a TV show, I believe in the 80s, that kind of got a lot of kids interested in science.
Bill Nye the science guy. Bill Nye the science guy.
Bill Nye talks about what maybe the last scientific achievement was that got humankind, that got the Earth all kind of rallied together and made us feel kind of that we had, met like the next frontier, and it was the moon landing and our exploration of the moon. Bill Nye, I believe, tries to say in this article that the moon landing was a catalyst for things that happened after that, like the Cold War ending and the Soviet Union ending, because the moon landing was this scientific achievement of humankind, and it helped us kind of look at ourselves differently in the perspective of, whoa, there are other things reachable than our little places here on Earth. Bill Nye uses that as an argument for Mars being maybe the next place that this could happen. Our research on Mars to find life or to colonize Mars might be like the moon landing. And Bill Nye, I think, is arguing that there was no business case for landing on the moon. We weren't going to make a lot of money by mining anything on the moon. We weren't going to make a lot of money colonizing the moon. It was simply scientific exploration. But look at what the things that it caused after that. There's no business case for it, but look at how it moved humankind forward. And I think he's arguing that you can't argue a business case for Mars, but in decades, look at how it might move humankind forward. We're on our tour of downtown Las Vegas. This is kind of an official tour. Kind of done something similar with Tony doing this tour. Now someone employed with the downtown project. And I was really impressed. Downtown Vegas is still, in my opinion, flourishing. Some projects have shut down, but now there's actually a lot of outside investments going into things like restaurants and bars in this little downtown area that you wouldn't have gone to 6 years ago. But now it feels really alive, and alive in a way that isn't all just about casinos. To tell you the truth, I didn't do any gambling while I was in Vegas. I stuck to the restaurants and the bars and the place where we met up and hung out with the team. I had no need to go over to any of the casino experiences to kind of partake in that, because there was plenty of stuff to do and things to do where we were. We also got to hang out in this container park, which is a really neat kind of like little microcosm they built of container boxes for transport. They took these old containers and turned them into stores and restaurants. There's even a really neat like community area for families and kids to play in. There's a dog park, and there's art, and there's a music shop and a bookshop. The place is so different than it was, and it's inspiring. I think we're giving Tony Hsieh kind of a rough time here, thinking about, man, where's the money? Where's the ROI of this 5-year investment you've already made in downtown Vegas? You can feel the heat coming off this thing.
It feels nice. It's
yeah.
chilly out here.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. That might be it. Oh, yeah, that's it. The guy's gone. All right, now what? I don't think it's any different than the moon landing or these major investments in things that don't have business cases, but you do it because you can see decades later the impact that this might have. All right.
You guys definitely got
You
like,
do it.
highlight
You do it.
clips,
I need
yeah.
your B-roll. This is how it works. So you take some drips.
A few drips, pace it as you want. On the tongue.
There's
Like
instructions.
apple
Is it sweet? What is it?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
What happened? What's going on? Explain your situation.
When whiskey is a chaser, you can imagine what the drop tastes like.
Ooh, nice.
Did you shoot it all?
No,
What is it?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. I choked on the camera. That's really bitter. Oh yeah, the straw.
Well, I like that. It's an inspiring place. I recommend a visit. I recommend a tour. And just follow along, because I don't think the story is over yet. Dinner was good. We had drinks. Now what are we doing now, guys?
We're just going to Fremont Street.
Oh, we're just going, okay.
I think maybe we should get fried Oreos for anybody who wants.
Oh. It's closed. All boarded up. They had fried Snickers and Oreos in here, and now this place like doesn't exist anymore. We wasted our walk over. It's still a good walk. Yeah. I hope you dig these videos. Please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps spread this stuff on YouTube, and I really could use more subscribers and more spreading of this channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I upload a new video every single day about business and stories about psychology and product design and hopefully just making the world a better place. And I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks everybody. Bye.